top 5 all off the muscle. Bring it home. Battery pack, gas pedal to the floor. Tell me this, what's the go without his
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the monopoly board. Hey, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Jets. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
2nd and long. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
First carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Love looking to throw it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Throwing. Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
And that catch number 100 for his young career, and remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Tucker Kraft.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jets, nothing. Trey Smack to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Xavier McKinney, the one to get a hand on it defensively. And you look at this Packers defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Paul on a give up the middle.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Cooper on the stop. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. A good pickup there at 22.
One of the unusual players in today's college football stayed with one school his entire career and a proven winner coming out of Indiana. The Jets traded back in the first round to draft Cooper, and boy, are they excited to have him to pair with their other receivers.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
At the Packers' 39-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Then he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line, given 2 on the play. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll look to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Flushed out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Play fake. Here's Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jacobs. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Okay, ready? Here we go, set, switch, red, yellow, go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Pushes past him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And the Jets, 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 3rd and 12.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into space at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
17 yards.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Loss of 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Love. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's free going down the left
outside. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown,
Christian Watson.
60 yards.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 41.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But it's certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 3rd and 6.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And the Jets will take over.
20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Love from the gun. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 3rd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Yellow. Blue.
To throw now. Here's Love. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes.
Jordan Love.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
For the Packers.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll go again with Hall. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
33, yellow.
Throwing, Love. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And the Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jets 7. Trey Smack to kick off for Green
The
Bay.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Mitchell. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Set, hut. 45, right. Ready?
Counter play with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. The 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 9. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
9-yard line.
Here we go. Room 32.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back. 8-9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
back
5.
To throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay,